To the Trident Commission. I hope you can all hear us. This is the launch of the Commission that has been some months in the making, and I will be talking a little bit about where the Commission, how the Commission will be operating in a moment. But before I do that, let me introduce myself. I'm Paul Ingram, the Executive Director of the British American Security Information Council. We had this idea back in the summer, thinking that it was important that the plans to replace Trident were considered again for a number of reasons, not least because time moves on, and although we had the decision back in 2007 with an unprecedented amount of debate prior to the decision by Parliament, thanks in part to the man on my left, Des Brown, who at the time was the Defence Secretary. We have also had a number of changes happen since then. We have had, for example, the Strategic Defence and Security Review, which originally we were under the impression was not to review Trident, but actually did. We had not only the spending review, but also a consideration of the number of warheads and missiles and the like. And most crucially, the decision to delay the main gate decision on Trident, which we believe is basic, and I think the Commission too, gives us an opportunity to take a step back, away from the immediate decisions that need to be taken, that have needed to be taken, and consider the broader picture. Because there is no doubt that this will become an election issue. It may not be a major election issue, but it will be an issue that will feature in manifestos. And parties will need to be taking decisions before the manifestos are written. And we believe it's very important for parties to take a step away from what has been, in many respects, on all sides of this debate, a rather knee-jerk or positional debate, into one that really truly takes into account the issues both for British security and our role in the world. And I think it's safe to say that this issue is still very live. In fact, it came up at parliamentary questions today, Prime Minister's questions, with a question from Julian Lewis and a very robust answer from the Prime Minister. And indeed, we have the Junior Defence Minister here tonight as well, Nick Harvey. And you're very welcome, Nick. So I could go on about the context. I will not, because we have plenty of people to speak today. But I wanted to say, before I hand on to our speakers, what the focus of this Commission will be. It will be to look at the international context within which this decision lies. It will be looking at the current British government policy, both towards nuclear weapons and our own arsenal, and also the international disarmament context. And it will look at the strategic case for and against the current system, the opportunity costs that this system may have, and the opportunity costs, indeed, of any alternative decision. The Commission does come to this with a position. That position is of an open mind. That is, there is no established position, and I hope you will agree that the makeup of the position demonstrates that this Commission will be taken seriously. BASIC, although being the organisation that chose to initiate this decision, will have no significant decision-making powers other than the fact that one of our staff members is on the Commission. But this Commission is broad-ranging in its membership and in the position, the previous positions of the people that make it up. BASIC, as an organisation, will be servicing this Commission, but we will not be determining its final decisions. And so, if you want more information on how the Commission operates, we have produced leaflets for you, which I will draw your attention to. But now that I've introduced, I would like to pass on to our speakers. They've got a tough assignment because there's lots to say and very little time to say it. We are aiming to finish this meeting at 7:15. But we will be hearing from speakers, and also I will be inviting members of the other members of the Commission to take part later on in the discussion. I will also be asking you to ask questions or make any interventions that you choose to do so. This is a process that will be as open as we can make it. We will be having speeches or introductions rather from Sir Malcolm Rifkind, who is a former Conservative Defence and Foreign Secretary, who is one of the co-chairs. James Blitz from the Financial Times, who is Defence and Diplomatic Editor. From Lord Hannay of Chiswick, who is former UK representative to the United Nations, and also one of the co-conveners of the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Global Security and Non-Proliferation. And also from Lord Brown of Ladyton, who is, as I said earlier, the former Labour Secretary of State for Defence, and Sir Ming Campbell, who is former leader of the Liberal Democrats and former Shadow Foreign Secretary. I will try to keep them to 5 minutes. Which will be a challenge, but let me hand over first to Sir Malcolm.